Hello YouTubers, this will be a review on the iPad Wi-Fi plus 3G model. This is 32 gigabytes. I purchased this on May the 24th and it took 3 weeks for it to ship. So let's start this review. First off, before the new firmware came out, which was 3.2.1, there was two problems that I encountered. The first problem was the Wi-Fi connection. When I connected to my Wi-Fi, which it shouldn't matter what speed I have, but I have Verizon's files for just for information, I would connect to my Wi-Fi and every now and then it would just disconnect. People complain about this problem a bunch of times, and pretty much what you had to do is you had to navigate to your settings, then you had to go to your brightness and wallpaper, and pretty much what they told you to do was set your brightness all the way down and then all the way up and back, all the way to back where it was, and your Wi-Fi would just connect. But since that firmware update, which I upgraded this morning in fact, I had no problems. Apple did fix the Wi-Fi connectivity problems and it's not an issue anymore. That's pretty much the only con I found out about this iPad. I've been using it constantly every day for constant hours. Excuse me, Facebook. Let's go over some of the applications that are built into your iPad once you unbox it and turn it on. Now, there is one thing that I'm very happy about, which Apple reprogrammed from the ground up, which is the calendar application. They give you pretty much your events right here. So say you had numerous events, it will just list them right down there. Another thing I like is they have a little quick calendar showing the whole month right there and the days, and you can add an event. Pretty much you can do on the iPhone, but it's just a little bit bigger. Another feature that I like about this is you can drag your finger along the days and selecting what you would like, and you can also do a landscape view. So that's a very well done application that Apple had reprogrammed up for the iPad. The thing that I'm really disappointed about is what Apple didn't include was a weather app. Now I really wanted that weather app on here because it was very useful for me, so I had to go out and actually buy a weather app. I bought Weather HD, which I'm not going to go over, but it does the job. Another application that Apple has included in here that they've redone is Photos, which you probably saw a long time ago. Pretty much when you have a photo album, it shows you thumbnails of all the photos in there, and you just pretty much pinch and take out all the photos. And then, which I noticed after a while, you can just you can pinch around the photo and play with it. Hold on, you can play around with it and stuff, which is kind of fun. But that's pretty much all I did with the photos. You can set it as, you can set the photo as your wallpaper, or you can do it as wallpaper and your lock screen. And that's pretty nice. The background, I don't really care much for backgrounds. It's just that I was getting sick of having a blank background, so I put aquarium fish, and that's pretty nice about it. Really, for software differences between iPhone and iPad, there's no difference whatsoever right now. The only difference is it's probably a bit more snappier, but that has to do with the hardware. But they are releasing later this year, an iOS 4 for the iPad. I hope it does not look exactly like the iPhone, because I just wish they'll switch it up a little bit since we have more real estate on the screen to play with. That's pretty much all the built-in software things except the notes, which are no different. It's just that when you put it in landscape mode, you can see a list of notes you have there, and the on-screen keyboard, very nice. It's really literally almost full size, and it's pretty much impossible to make errors on it. I would say that they did a very good job doing it landscape and portrait wise. I'm very impressed with the keyboard. Not a difficult thing to type on. Now let's go for Safari, the browser app. This is pretty useful. The only thing I don't like about what they did is they put your status bar on the very top, so when you're holding on your lap you have to like put your hand up and down to navigate. I wish they would have an option to put it to the bottom one. You know, I mean, they could have kept it there, but have an option for you wanted to put it in the bottom. You know what I mean. And it's pretty much the same thing. The only difference is the bookmarks. You just have more real estate to list more of your bookmarks. And same thing for the iPhone, which is really makes me mad, is you only have room for 9 tabs. Now that's ridiculous. For the iPad, you should at least have 12 tabs or maybe even more, or there should be unlimited. You should be able to have as much tabs as you want, which that really disappoints me. But if you jailbreak your iPad, they'll let you go well over 9 tabs. So that's the Safari browser. Now let's go to your mail app, which everyone knows about. In this mode, you can view your inbox plus your current email you're on. You can flip through your inbox, and the nice thing about the landscape mode is it shows you the same inbox and your email. You can focus on it, and then when you want to reply, it pops up a window here. It'll pop up a window in your cover screen and type it in. It's very nice. The only thing I really wish is to combine your accounts, but that's going to come in iOS 4. So that's the email app. I mean, it's not much improved. It's just the way you view it that they changed. And that's it. That's all the thing you can go over the software for the iPad. The settings are just slightly different from your iPhone. It just shows you the cellular data tab, and that just shows you how much data you're accumulating and how much your data roaming and your SIM pin, all those settings for that. That's the only difference between the settings between the iPhone and the iPad.